Hello, my name is Taylor Elwood with MagicalExperiments.com. Last time, in the first video, I talked about process and magic as being part of a process. And now I want to frame that in the context of how magic as a process fits into the universe, reality, etc. The most popular definition of magic is Aleister Crowley's magic is the art and science of causing change to occur in conformity with will. Personally, I've never really liked that definition. I think it's a very vague definition. It's quoted a lot because I think a lot of people like Aleister Crowley and they think, hey, great, he said it all, we don't really need to refine or develop this further. But I disagree. When I think about magic, I don't think of it as the art and science of causing change to occur in conformity with will. I think of it in turn, as I mentioned, as a process. And not only that, but the process has to occur in a space. It doesn't occur in a vacuum. Well, what I think of as magic is that really magic is a process that allows you to access the system that you live in. And by system, I'm really talking about an ecosystem of life. And an ecosystem in this case can refer, I'm not referring to grasslands or things like that, I'm really referring to the universe itself, and more specifically this world, because really all of us live on this world, and more specifically than that, the system is really the possibilities that are available to you. Magic is really about using a process to access those possibilities and choose a specific possibility that you want to manifest into reality and incorporate that possibility into the system itself so that it manifests and it plays out in your life. We are all part of the system, and I'm not talking about Matrix here, but if you think about it, by virtue of the fact that you're alive, you are part of this ecosystem, Everything that is living is part of it. Not everything living necessarily accesses magic as a process, but we do. And of course we have other tools that we can also use, other processes. So for example, there are different types of science that we can use as processes to access and change the system. And there's other variety of techniques, and magic is just one of those possibilities, or one of those processes that we use to access those probabilities that we want to bring into the system of life that we live in. When I talk about interconnection, when I talk about systems of life, really, I kind of think of it in this way. There are cells in a body, and each of those cells works together to basically fuel the life of the body itself, but each of those cells is also to some degree autonomous. It's the same thing with us. We are all cells within the body of this world. We are part of this world. Some of us don't treat it in that way, for better or for worse, but we are all part of this world. Without this world, we really couldn't exist. Okay, sure, we have space travel, but we have yet to find a habitable planet. So for right now, for all intents and purposes, we're limited to this world. And being part of that system, we have to find ways to access it and change it. And magic is that process by which we make those changes. And of course, there are different techniques within the process. But all of the processes that we have access to allow us to figure out which techniques we need, put them into place, and then make a change in our lives. That's my definition of magic, further defined by placing it into the context of a system, as opposed to just saying it's the art and science of causing change to occur in conformity with will. I'm going to talk next time about identity and magic and where identity fits into play. And we'll discuss why an ontological perspective on magic may actually be a better one than one that is that is focused more on the will, such as that is. Thanks very much for watching, and look forward to more videos.